Bengals versus Saints. Kicking off shortly.
I'll just be able to shut it out. But yeah, it's I'm
going to be opening Ryan's window while we're in the drive-thru.
Alright, what's on the to-do list? We have so much to do before we leave. We're good.
Ryan, what the heck is wrong with you? Ryan!
the window!
Ryan, close the window!
The window!
What are you doing? Are you kidding?
Oh my god, I didn't get my sandwich. Yo, what the hell?
Ryan, what are you doing?
Shut the window! Ryan! Shut it!
Ryan, shut it!
What the? Shanna! Abby, why'd you open it?
I didn't open it. Ryan, I didn't open it.
Oh my god, Montana. Got my eye and shit. Oh my god.
Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Ron DeSantis. Today we deliver
Saved our jobs.
and kept the show. You had our backs and honored our service.
You led by facts, not fear. You made sure my son didn't turn a fly.
We sold out of horse items.
You made sure I can teach my students that Jesus rode dinosaurs. My grandma.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Governor.
Gracias, gobernador.
Thank you.
Thanks, Governor DeSantis. Ron DeSantis. For governor. Paid for by truck nuts. Get out there. Oh, I like the shoes. What place? Popeyes. It's just chicken. I mean, we just, like, you can eat outside, you can eat over there. It's cool.
On the street?
You're safe. So you never had Popeye before?
Papa?
Yeah. Never.
No.
The
Why
problem.
would you do that?
Alright, so we just got into our first
Where
argument.
are we?
What do you mean? We're in Pop. We was
Because we in the hood.
It was not the hood. It was just not what you're used to. Why do you look so nervous? It's good. Open the water. You can't. Listen. Here. You alright? You okay?
Yeah.
I'm very nervous. So that right there
How do I eat it?
is. Huh?
How do I eat it?
You serious? Like you don't know what to do? Well, you just find the soft part, then you bite. It's good, right?
Another one?
Huh?
Right?
Yeah, just take a bite. The crunchiness and the flavorful. Yeah, let me see you eat that. Are you serious? So you don't want it? So 1 out of 10, how was it?
I mean, I almost died eating.
need a predictable marketing system.
I was pregnant, she never left my side. She was always sleeping on my chest or my belly. She knew I was pregnant. She knew there was something going on. She was just always near me. Even when I was upstairs in my room, she'd be sitting with me. She'd never be with my partner. It was always to me. Even when I was sick in bed, she'd still be by my side.
Chi-Chi.
Got her when I just turned 20 weeks. She's definitely a little character. She's always worried about how she would react with a layer. It's literally everything on the layer. She's everywhere. She's like... At least Maisie could see her then. Brought a layer in and put her on the table, and then Maisie was straight away rubbing up against the car seat like cats do. It's like she knew who it was in a way. Maisie was a bit wary, she kept her distance, but she was like, who's this tradition? Just stay back. Just stay back and watch her. Doing the vibe kind of thing.
Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi.
Over the last few months, I've got closer and closer and closer to the point where she's literally on my lap and I'm next to her later. She's just embraced it all. I think she loves Maisie.
A pregnant woman begging for money on the street with a young boy. Outrage people contacted. Well, she getting to her Mercedes.
$100 to win $1,000, and you have complete control of the outcome. Would you place that bet? Yes. I would.
That sounds pretty good. Yeah, that sounds
Did you know that there's a company out there that will pay you to lose weight?
interesting.
This is how you make kimchi. Ooh, 7 pounds of Napa cabbage. This is how you make kimchi. Small pieces right here. We're not gonna cut these. We're just gonna throw it in. So this is like the perfect kachori piece. So you can taste the root and the leaf. So the middle piece is like this. Like that. For the big pieces, we're gonna cut it like this. So when you taste the kimchi, you taste the whole flavor. Boom. Bam. Alright, now let's brine the kimchi. Alright, first throw your kimchi on a big. Sara in there. And a quick taste makes the kimchi go.
A new development in the Georgia election investigation. New surveillance video obtained.
Bloomington, Minnesota. Man drops his children off at a math and reading class in the evening, sees a spot and sees
Your car.
I'll tell you, black ass. What'd you say? Black ass? Beautiful. Alright. Let me get the police here, pal. Yeah, hey, guess what? I've been recording the last 10 minutes. I heard you say move your ass, black ass. Great. What are you?
Ten Super Bowls. Here's a look inside the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New Orleans Saints.
Bengals Saints kicking off.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They begin on the ground with Kamara. That's to about the 28. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. They just do get the play off. Now Winston. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. And they go play action now. Burrow. And the catch made. It's Tyler Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
And Tyler Boyd's one of those guys that seems to fly under the radar, but he finds ways to get open, and he has nice hands. He's averaged right around 80 catches a year his last 3 seasons.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here on target to Hurts. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Slant pass to Boyd. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. A little tough on the secondary there. In zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that pressure on the quarterback.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete to Chase. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jameis to throw it. Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways they convert a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. The Saints at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2nd and 5 now. Winston. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown.
The fuck out of here.
Taysom Hill, 57 yards. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Lutz with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action with Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Zach Vaughn from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 7-7, our score after 1. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Burrow going to get this into the hands of Mixon, his running back. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got a man open, it's Chase. Touchdown! Jamar Chase with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. in the second quarter, and already his second touchdown reception.
Absolutely the definition of a difference maker here in this first half. Clearly one of his quarterback's favorite targets in this game, and I figure he's going to draw a little more attention and coverage moving forward.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield.
Sam Hubbard just continues to quietly produce for the Bengals. He plays the run, but he can also rush the passer, and had 7.5 sacks in 2021.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Flushed out right. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Off the play fake, Winston. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
On second down, here's Mixon. They find some open field here. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Play action. It's Burrow. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he'll take it across midfield.
Fuck! Why'd I do that, man? Why'd I do that?
He's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense.
Damn, oh boy was wide the fuck up on
an
the other
interception
side.
there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard.
I fucking slammed my defensive line over that way.
He'll get 15 and a Saints first down. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
It was Jason Pierre-Paul who was able to get him down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All Trey Hendrickson did in his first season in Cincinnati was set the team's new single-season record with 14 sacks. In his last 2 seasons, 1 in New Orleans, he's become one of the best in the league.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Trey Hendrickson drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And his kick is good.
Oh, you motherfucker.
That one, as it's good from 56 yards out. And they've got the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go. Mixing up the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. This goes out wide for Mixon. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow, he's going to loft one deep left side here. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. A big play there for Cincinnati. 48 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team?
Touchdown, Bengals! Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, Winston. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. Final play of the half here, Winston. Looking long for Thomas. He's got a man, complete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Play action. On the move to his left. That's the tight end Hurst with it. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up second down.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, That's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Out of the I formation slot.
It's Mixon on the counter. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Got a man, it's Chase, he completes it.
And he is going to have a Bengals first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. He'll get it inside the 20, and he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him another run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Mixon with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here's Winston. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
On 3rd down, Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going. Well, they're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the 3rd quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. A toss left, Mixon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards, and it's 3rd down now.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. On 3rd down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on 1st down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the 2nd half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, he brings it in off the deflection. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
All right, you and I both know that was a lucky play, but you got to give him credit. Going up on the tip and catching that one.
Stayed with it, made his own luck, didn't he?
And he used his size there. Had a defensive back mentality to go up and get the ball on the tip, but used his size. I mean, tight ends going up and getting it, sometimes they can knock people out of the way and finish the play.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a 1st down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again. And he's also made adjustments as the defense has tried to really stop him.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
2nd down and goal. Burrow toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. McPherson's kick is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball,
half a home.
That 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out. A bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
To throw is Winston. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front and getting to them. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Play action now. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 46 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football up a triple option, you've actually called that play.
Here's Winston. And he's got
Come on!
In the end zone, touchdown, New Orleans. Taysom Hill, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score
he threw that.
in the fourth. Lutz to try to add the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Who ain't gonna be doing that? I'm gonna beat them Saints,
After the
nigga.
touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Who did? I'm gonna beat them Saints. I'm gonna beat them Saints, nigga. Hijo de la puta madre.
The Bengals drive about to get going. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. They'll try to eat some clock with Mixon, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop.
Oh, come on, bro.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum,
I just run the fucking
he's
clock
wondering
out.
if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
The nice thing is that you still got all your timeouts, so the middle of the field, that should still be an option, especially if you see the defenders pinching the sideline. You can run a little seam route right here and pick up some nice yardage.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Winston. Pass complete, Thomas. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Winston to Thomas, and it's a New Orleans first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
A first down throw for Winston. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. On second down, Kamara. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
Oh, my God.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. 55 seconds remaining. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. And we knew this was going to be a tall order anyway, down 2 scores with this little time remaining. But that interception puts an end to any hopes that they had.
All right, partner, work with me here because obviously scoring a touchdown, getting the onside kick, then going down, scoring again. Well, that's asking a lot, isn't it? And that's really not a great expectation to begin with. I think they'll look back on this game and see what got them in this spot in the first place and say to themselves, we really gave this game away.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 3 there, and that should be just about all she wrote.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them off their heels, they take the ball away, they change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Bengals, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals.
Hope you enjoyed that game. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell so you can tell when I go live. Like, share, and comment. Really helps with the algorithm pop on people's timelines, man. I get a like. Gotta get a like and share. Come on, man. Let them know Quadriplegic's not that bad at the game. Appreciate y'all watching, man. slot.